Hi guys, welcome back to the Social Tune. And today we are going to take a look at the latest album by the Orwells, Terrible Human Beings. You know, glam rock and garage rock are two of the toughest genres to talk about, at least in my opinion. Because, while you may desperately want the lyrics to matter, to mean something, they often don't. Either that, or the meaning is buried so deep that you can't find it until after you've listened to the project several times back to front and studied it. And even then, you can get it wrong. It's why I didn't review the latest album by Ty Segall, despite getting a few requests for it. I liked it, but I had absolutely nothing to say about it. Outside of the fact that some songs were catchy and other songs went in one ear and out the other. Now that doesn't mean there isn't a way to do these genres justice, as long as you bring a lot of over-the-top theatricality and energy to the table. Like Kyle Craft did on Dolls of Highland last year, which was one of the best albums of 2016. Check it out if you haven't, it's amazing. So when I heard the Orwells were going to be releasing a new album this year, I debated whether or not I should even check it out. After all, what if I was met with exactly the same problems all over again? And yet, on my first few listens through this album, I was just falling in love with it. Finally, a band gets that this genre is at its best when it's catchy and over the top. Now this record definitely has some issues. Some songs run a little long and not every experiment pays off. But for the most part, I really did enjoy this. It really is a ton of fun. And the place to start is the production. Okay, right out the gate, let's make one thing perfectly clear. This album is a garage rock project, so you should probably know what to expect going in. Rough guitars, solid bass lines, and some odd mixing choices, like the strange blend of all three on Double Feature. Plus, you get thumping drums and kick drums, along with what I could swear was a tambourine in the background of songs like They Put a Body in the Bayou. And instrumentally, you could see how these songs could potentially blend together. Except that for the most part, these hooks are excellent. The manic energy and the call and response choruses on Fry and Black Francis. The vaudeville-style creatures, which reminded me more than a little of Childish Gambino's Zombies in its cadence and lyrics. The anthemic Vacation with some really excellent guitar work, especially post-chorus. Then you get the weird minute-and-a-half song Buddy, which reminded me of a weird blend of Green Day and Jeff Rosenstock, or the David Bowie-inspired Hippie Soldier. In other words, these guys definitely have their influences, but they wear them on their sleeves and they're still making good music, so who cares? Honestly, the band they remind me most of is Talking Heads, which is certainly a compliment. Now with that said, not every song worked here. I didn't like the overproduction on Heavy Head, which drowned out any kind of melody that song had. The closer Double Feature runs far too long for this style of rock, and I simply don't get the point of Body Reprise, which is just a collage of all the other songs here. Still, the record does pick up some energy again towards the end with Ring Pop and Last Call, so I can't really complain. And one thing that definitely helps is our lead singer.
Go buy a record and some discount clothes. Sha-la-la-la. Just because you took the easy way out.
Yep, Mario Cuomo for me is one of the main reasons that a lot of this album works. He's got a ton of energy and his rough vocal timbre matches a lot of the instrumentals on this album extremely well. Now with that said, his upper range is pretty great too, especially on Fry and Black Francis, arguably some of the most theatrical songs on this album, definitely easy favorites for me. If I had to criticize him, I'd say he doesn't bring much emotion to a lot of these songs. He doesn't really change that much over the course of this album. But to be fair, these songs don't call for a lot of emotion outside of rage and contempt. And plus, he definitely has the talent and the personality to pull all of this off, so I'm going to give him a pass. And the rest of the band definitely do a solid job backing up his vocals on songs like Hippie Soldier, Ring Pop, and Black Francis. Honestly, the energy is high across this album and the hooks are catchy, so where's the stumbling block? Well, honestly, I'd say it comes down to the placement of these songs. Last Call should have been the closer and Body Reprise should have been cut out entirely, as they both contribute to the fact that this album unfortunately feels longer than it actually is. And now, on to the lyrics. Honestly, this is where I have the least to say. The lyrics are what you'd expect, critical of our modern society, sure, but nothing explicit. In this genre, what matters most is making the words you use sound awesome. And here, the Orwells certainly deliver. I mean, just look at these song titles. They Put a Body in the Bayou, Hippie Soldier, MAD, or Maybe Another Day. And then you have the nifty little touches that I personally really liked. Like again, the lyrical parallels to Childish Gambino's Zombies on Creatures, about your old friends being shambling monsters intent on leeching off of your success. Or the chanting on Black Francis, which is their tribute to the band Pixies, which goes Viva lo Marica, referencing the Pixies' 1989 song Number 13 Baby. Honestly, the writing and poetry across this album is damn solid, with the highlight easily being the entirety of the second verse on Fry, which I just loved. There must be something in the water, their mild obsession with mass slaughter. Billboard topping entertainers, Baghdad This Is Shitty Flavor, TV Nation, Channel Changers, Rob Your Family, Kill Your Neighbors. Absolutely amazing. So in the end, this was a really enjoyable album with some really standout moments. I can't say it's great, but I can say it's a ton of wild fun, and if you're a fan of this genre, you should definitely check it out. For me, it's a very strong 7 out of 10. Well done, the Orwells. And thank you guys for watching. If there are any other albums coming out in the next month or so, please post them in the comments or tweet them at me so I can listen to them and possibly review them. You'll find a link to my Twitter in the description. Feel free to follow me if you'd like. Please subscribe so you don't miss a thing, and until the next time, I'm Finn, and this is the Social Tunes signing off.